Hello everyone, it's Shannon here with Waffle Flower Crafts. Today we're going to think beyond the stencil and we're going to combine our stencil mat with a brayer. We're going to use the brayer to basically create our own ombre ink pad, which we'll then use to create not only ombre backgrounds, but ombre stamped images as well. For today's video, I'll be using the stencil mat, but any one of our craft mats will work, the mini stencil mat as well as the two water media mats. This just really has a huge work surface area that is very helpful for this technique. I'm starting with Distress Ink Re-Inkers. I have three colors picked out, basically primary colors, starting with Mustard Seed in the middle, then Mermaid Lagoon, a blue, and then Worn Lipstick, a pink color. Just added a little bit more mustard seed, and now I'm ready for my brayer. I'm using a rubber brayer today. This works really well. It picks up the ink beautifully, and I'm just going to roll it back and forth here in our three inks to create that ombre look. The more I go back and forth, the more the colors start to blend between the transition points, and we get this beautiful ombre look. I noticed that I needed a little bit more pink and needed a little bit more worn lipstick, so I added a little bit more of that ink, and then I went back to running my brayer back and forth over it. So here I'm happy with that blend there, so I'm going to grab an A2 panel of white cardstock, just place it right over a section of that ink, press all over the backside, and that will transfer that ombre ink to our cardstock, leaving a really pretty rainbow. There's still plenty of ink left on here, so I'm just going to go back and forth over it again to kind of create an ink pad for us to stamp in or pick up ink from. I'm going to use the Spread Your Wings stamp set here, just pulled off a butterfly and mounted it on an acrylic block, and then I'm just stamping into that ink on the stencil mat, picking it up on to my butterfly, just like you would if you were using an ink pad, and then stamping onto an A2 card front. I just do this repeatedly. I do clean my stamp in between just a tiny bit, just to make sure I'm getting as clean colors as I possibly can. And then I just repeat stamp this to create a really pretty background. So there's our butterfly ombre background. Now I'm going to move on to kind of showing you that you can actually pick up what's left over here. So we'll kind of have like this ghost image of butterflies in our ombre, which is kind of a cool look as well. For cleanup's really easy. Just use a baby wipe and wipe all over, and it will easily pick up that leftover ink. The ink, Distress ink, comes off beautifully on all of the craft mats from Waffle Flower. So now we're going to move on to finishing these backgrounds up. I just paired this with a die cut panel and the Oversized Smile combo to create a really pretty card. And then for my second card with the butterflies, I paired that ombre background with a couple more stamped butterflies, and again a sentiment using the Oversized Smile combo. I hope you guys enjoyed learning this new technique using your stencil mat and a brayer.